Welcome back, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well and everyone had a happy New Year celebration. I'm really excited to get going here in 2022. Just a quick video coming at you today. I'm going to reveal my first CFL jersey purchase. A lot of people have guessed what player I got, and I'm going to reveal that just in a few minutes here. But I'm also going to talk about the Calgary Stampeders, more specifically about their quarterback position. And this relates to the question I posed in a video last week about the biggest question for every CFL team, where I said that one of the big questions was, would they be able to bring back Jake Maier? And they did. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I wonder what ramifications going to happen to the quarterback room in Calgary. And I'm just going to discuss a little bit about that today. But really quickly, before we get started, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is by hitting the like button and subscribing to Huskies Huddle for more CFL content just like this. I greatly appreciate all the support. And with that said, let's get on with the jersey reveal. All right, so a lot of guesses over the last couple of weeks about what player I ended up getting. And really interesting guesses. Nobody actually guessed the exact player I got, but a lot of good guesses, including guys that I really did consider getting. But the guy I actually did get was Braylon Addison of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And it's, just beautiful having my first ever CFL jersey. I'm a big CFL fan, obviously, but I've never owned a jersey before, and this is just awesome, man. I'm just really happy with it. I went with Addison because he's one of the few guys that are actually under contract for next year already for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Hamilton actually has been very slow in terms of compared to other teams in terms of re-signing guys so far since the season ended. I know it's really early, but there's not many guys that are under contract for next year yet for Hamilton. But Addison is one of those guys. Always loved his game. A lot of people forget about him because he only played 3 games this year, but when he's on the field, he's a difference maker. I think he's the best receiver on the Tiger Cats. And, just really like his playing style, his versatility, and that was a main reason why I decided to purchase his jersey. So thanks again, everybody who submitted a response and a guess in terms of what player I got on my first CFL jersey. Really appreciate all the support, guys. But with that said, let's get on with the rest of the video. Okay, so it's going to be a pretty short video here, but I just wanted to talk briefly about what this potentially could mean to the Calgary Stampeders going forward into 2022. So apparently what's going to happen is there's a big roster bonus due for Bo Levi Mitchell, who's been the longtime starter for the Calgary Stampeders, coming up. I think it's January 12th. I could double check that, but it's 3 Down Nation reported it. And due to the CFL's finances and, I think there's going to be a restructuring of the quarterback market, or at least there's expected to be this offseason. A few years ago, quarterbacks were starting to, get around $750K at the high end. And, like the average starter would make around $500K. But I think that's going to be coming down, and it has been coming down the last few years due to everything with the pandemic and everything like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what do the Calgary Stampeders do if they can't reach an agreement with the restructured contract. Do they pick up the option on Mitchell's contract? Do they just give him the bonus? I really don't know what's going to happen with him, especially now that they do have Jake Maier, who showed a lot of promise in his rookie season. 3 starts, 300-yard games in every start he had. I think it was like the first CFL quarterback ever to do that, which is kind of shocking considering how long the league's been around. But just really impressive stuff from Jake Maier this season. And, I'm not a huge passing yards guy. I don't usually like to use that statistic as a way to evaluate quarterbacks. But not a lot of guys did throw for 300-yard games this year. It was not a very regular occurrence as it was in years past. So Maier was actually very impressive this year, and he actually, in my opinion, looked better than Bo Levi Mitchell did last season with the Stampeders. Obviously, I think Mitchell was playing through a lot of injuries. The foot thing early in the season, and then obviously when he came back, I think his shoulder may still be bothering him. That's been a chronic problem for Mitchell the last several years, and that could be a determining factor here in terms of whether they decide to bring him back as their guy. And if you asked me a few days ago, and I did my predictions a few days ago about what quarterbacks to be starting day one for every team, I had Mitchell starting for the Stampeders going into 2022. I just didn't see them moving on from him. But now that they have Maier, and that was a big reason why I said Mitchell, because I didn't know if they were going to be able to retain Maier. But now that they have Maier under contract, that gives the Stampeders a lot of leverage in this negotiation to ask for a reduced contract from Mitchell. And it's going to be really interesting to see if he decides to, if they decide to move on here. I don't think they will, but it's definitely a possibility now that they do have a very promising option now. And with the way the Stampeders have developed quarterbacks, you really got to like Jake Maier's chances of actually really becoming something in Calgary now that he's re-signed there. And for Mitchell, I definitely think he can respond. I definitely think he can play better than what he showed this past season. And he still had some good flashes sprinkled in, but obviously the turnovers were way up. The touchdown passes were way down. Just not what you expect from a guy that was a perennial MLP contender in this league. How healthy he is, obviously going to be a big determination, like I said, in terms of Calgary's decision to bring him back or not. But I just really wanted to touch on this today because I think it's a very noteworthy development here that Maier did, like, very early on in this process, re-sign with the Stampeders. Really, strengthens Calgary's hand again in this negotiation with Mitchell to potentially lower his salary for next year and say, if you don't want to reduce your salary, we'll just go with Maier for next year. We feel very confident with him. I just wanted to shed a light on the Calgary Stampeders quarterback situation today. You'll have to let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And with that said, that is going to be the end of today's video, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank everyone for watching. Once again, my name is Jason. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is by hitting the like button and subscribing to Aussie Huddle for more CFL content just like this. Let me know what you think in the comment section once again. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.